Boom! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Renaldo Zaimi reacting to my song Double Bubblegum. Double Bubblegum Bubble. Double Bubblegum Bubble. Double Bubblegum Bubble. So, song, it was released from the album Costantino 2023. I'm talking about stories nights that I lived in Thessaloniki, in the central capital of Greece, where I was studying applied informatics, and then I studied. No, that's what I studied. Then I left and I went back to my hometown. I studied for a year cinema. I watched a ton of movies and I studied a ton of directors, writers, etc., etc. And but at that time I was like a little bit Thessaloniki, Alexandria. But this particular song, it is inspired by the first year, and particularly one night that I went and I was like, I got invited to a club, and there were like 5 girls or 6 or 7, I don't remember like how many, and it was only me. And one of these girls, at that time she was the love of my life, but she had a boyfriend. The boyfriend was, I don't know where he was eating, basically, I don't know, maybe he was eating like gyros with tzatziki somewhere. And this girl, the love of my life, she was also with a friend of hers, but I don't know, like I think that she wasn't in love with me at the time. She was looking at me more like a kind of, fuck boy, right? And she was hurting my feelings. So without any further ado, let's go. Double, I said, bing, 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 double bubblegum, ping, double bubblegum, ping, double bubblegum, ping, right now. Bodies on an indifferent party. Special Friday night, I'm on the same table. 6 other girls, conversation repetition. And I'm another kiss from the front door of the building I am leaving. You and your friends are giving your own meaning. Believing all the other boys defeated. Foxy and Adrian, Basti, your home. Songs of the night are singing songs for me. Oh yeah, and I don't know, like I said something to her friend, but I didn't say it like I didn't have the keys like from the front door of the apartment that I was living at the time, and she kind of got it as a hint that, me, you, and your bestie, let's go like to your apartment or something like that, but I didn't mean it that way. Never mind. So, and we ended up, me and the love of my life. Man, why it has become like such a comedy? Seriously, my pain has ended up becoming a comedy. My trauma. And the three of us, we ended up in wait. Sunrise for your beautiful face. But sadly then we'll see your mouth. Biggest and best number bubblegum bubble. Only if you know that look at me, oh my lord. Excuse this, hello, you're bubble anymore. And you would have felt free to feel your hand, my lord. Taxi or bus, what difference that make the... Oh yeah, and in that song, I'm trying to persuade the love of my life into, you know what, bitch, I love you. I don't wanna be a fuckboy. Please take me seriously. We both know what she can't wait. Contrary to popular belief, our combination is endless online conversation. Oh yeah, and I was talking like at that time before we went like to Thessaloniki, when we were in Alexandria, because the love of my life was my classmate also, and we were talking like on Facebook every night. Like we were chatting on Facebook, me and her. Without her bestie. So, and I was chatting with her, and I was like, but I was chatting like every night. Like I was giving like a lot of energy, man. And I was like, how the fuck she doesn't realize that if I just wanted like to be a fuckboy or something like that, I wouldn't give all that energy, like talking to you every single night and all that, and giving all that energy and all, and making you like feel so good. So I was trying to persuade the girl and to be like, relax. I'm here to take care of your feelings. Don't worry. There's a perfect vibration. So don't you ever think
She
for
wasn't
a
really
second that might be ever towards you some night fake on songs of the night I'm singing songs for me, you and her. Risking daylight sunrise for your beautiful face. But sadly they will see your mouth. Biggest and the best number one gambari. Only if you know the look at me, my. Yeah, and at that time, like the love of my life, right, and her best friend, they were like very hot girls, right? They were very beautiful girls. 18-year-old, 19, no, so they were like 18, and they were like, like beautiful energy and all that stuff. And it was me, the love of my life, and the friend of the love of my life. And we were going out of the club, right? And all the club is looking at me, like all the males. And I was like, yeah. And at that time I didn't have even, like what you call that, a beard. So I had like a mustache, like virgin mustache, and I was like with my virgin mustache, and I'm like, yeah. Getting vibe that for a long time I'll be alone with you inside your mind. But your IQ won't reach into level of understanding that you've been brainwashed in think that true love does not exist. Sometimes I laugh from my inside when I'm thinking that your boyfriend considers your bestie. Oh yeah, and her boyfriend had her bestie, female nature man. Like her boyfriend had her bestie as his bestie, right? And I'm like, boy, not even your girlfriend wants to cheat on you, but your best friend also helps her and wanna join the cheating. Boom. That she will be your partner. Oh, that fool has locked your heart in a refrigerator. I will turn off the radio. And the perpetrator doesn't even want to cheat. I wanted her to become the love of my life, and I didn't want it to be in that, like I want to be like more romantic, man. Like a part of me, call me beta, call me whatever the F you want, man. Like, and I believe that at the end of the day, I don't know who in the F you are, like the strongest male in the world, right? A part of you wants to feel romantic, wants to have romantic vibes in your life, right? Wants to find a beautiful girl, a good girl, and maybe she wasn't like the proper girl, like to fall in love, but and that's what even made me even angrier with myself, because I was like, if she wasn't like the right girl, then that means that my judgment as a male, it's wrong. So, and sometimes as human beings, we have like to kind of like look in the mirror and say, maybe it's not the fault of the other person that we are giving our hearts or our feelings, whatever, but it is our fault that we are picking the wrong ones, right? While the right ones, they pass by us. You know what I mean? In our life, they pass by, and we choose the wrong ones, and then we are like, oh, it's the wrong one's fault, and not my fault that I didn't pick up the right ones. You know what I mean? And that's what makes you even angrier with yourself. And you become even more sad. But baby, it's up to you. Only up to you to unlock that box. Wait a second, songs of the night are still new songs, but suddenly we'll see you must blowing the biggest and best number bubblegum bubble. Only if you know that look at me, my love. Your insecurities are hell, you're bubble anymore. And you would have felt free to feel your hand, my love. You would have felt free to feel your heart. You would have felt free with my love. You would have felt free, you would have felt free, you would have felt free to feel your heart. Against the human nature, I will go tonight. So drop me here before we arrive to the destination that was previously set. Maybe I don't care about any other big woman, it's lonely. Oh yeah, and my stupid brain at that time, because when you are in love, man, you don't think rationally, you don't even whatever, right? And at that time, my stupid mind, I was like, you know what? I want to prove to this girl that I am loyal to her, and I saw it even as a test in a way. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to say no to you and your bestie, right? And in my stupid brain, I was like, I'm going to show to this girl that I am a guy worth trusting your feelings, right? Even if women throw themselves at me, I will not cheat on you, right? Let me show you. And I left the taxi. We were heading to her place, and I said to the taxi driver, you know what, man, just leave me right here. Leave me right there. Leave me and I remember there were graveyards. Leave me there in the graveyards. And he was like, why so early, man? Why are you leaving so early? The taxi driver was like, what the fuck is this dude doing? He's escaping a three-way. What the fuck, man? And he was his manhood was poking at my manhood. He was like, what the fuck, man? Go fuck them. Go fuck these bitches, man. And I was like, no, man. No. And I remember I gave the taxi tariff, whatever it was, to the love of my life. And I opened the door and I bounced. Bye, bitches. What it takes to become the girlfriend of a jumble, always low. He himself, no, I'm kidding. I'll keep running away until you believe me. Break on through the other side. Break on. You know what? I'm not against threesomes with your bestie, but buy me a dinner first. And simply slide. Even the cab driver told me not to step out so early of his taxi car, but I wonder if I can live it. Cast a spell so strong on him that turned a hopelessly wrong. At least buy me a drink, right? Not even a dinner, but a drink, right? Come on. Am I not worth even a drink? Boy living in a nostalgic dream, consisting of a princess and a prince. If I was your boyfriend, three of us would have been science fun like your sexual. If I was your boyfriend, three of us would have been science fun like your fantasy. Only if you away from your lack of confidence, then hurry make a step to remove its dance. Oh yeah, and the part of me was like, this girl has a low confidence, man, and she deep inside she's like, oh, how can I be like his girlfriend? This guy is such a genius with his mustache. Oh god. If you away from your local confidence, then I can make steps to remove its dust. Bubblegum. Sapseta no kedi opo patus to di. Ping double bubblegum, ping double bubblegum bum. Cyclofuska. Oh, and here a Greek word. Cyclofuska, because I kind of created a metaphor for the bubblegum. I created a metaphor for the bubblegum. The bubblegum symbolizes the threesome. Female, male. Not the other way around, you fucking weirdos. So, yeah, whenever I say three, SOME, I mean one guy and two girls. So, this was it. Double bubblegum bubble, right? Double bubblegum bubble. It is dedicated to the girl who once was the love of my life. I wish her the best, whatever she's doing with her life. No, seriously. There was a time that I wasn't wishing her the best. I was like right there, or even right there in the corner, like this. I was crying and I was like, bitch, bitch, you destroyed my life. No, but I have come to a point, that I have accepted life as it is and stop it, get some help, right? So you're accepting your failures, and as you saw, like in my reaction right here, I was like making fun a lot of me, right? Of the character that I was in those songs, because those songs, they are kind of like movies, right? And there is also a character. And now that I'm looking back at it, I am also like being aware that I was like acting in a ways like a little bit stupid. I was like very like attached to outcomes and to life, and I wanted life to become the way I thought it should be, and I wasn't going with the flow and all that. So yeah, you take it as it is, you take it one on the chin, right? And you move on in life, and you try to find what did you do wrong, how can you improve things, right? And to become way better, and also way better as an artist, way better as a man, a human being, whatever, a lover, right? A seducer, right? And go like for the right ones. Give your heart to the right people, right? To the people who are acceptable of love. Because if you do not love yourself, if you how can you accept love, right? Right. So yeah, without any further ado, I'm closing it. Peace and love. Bye.